So now we're going to go through the classic feature list, very similar to the feature headline, although you've got connection options here. So just going through, starts you off with 3. You can add in more by just clicking on the bottom here, and it's just going to add a few in. I think there's a maximum you can have, so be wary of not getting into having too many. Just to edit the options here, so if you just click on that search glass, you can then change the title, so we can change that there. Here we've got this text where we can change that, so we can have a little bit more description in there. Again, we've got the options for title, colors, and the content colors. So that's going to be this. So we can change that there and just see them highlight there. Again, we can change the icon to whatever we want. They do give you an option for image here, but currently there's a bug in the program, so we're just going to leave it going with icons. Again, we've got the options to change the color for the icon and the background behind it. And again, if we want a transparent background, we're just going to set this to transparent. Click on that, and then we've got rid of the background there. So just adding some in so that we can change these details. So the graphic shape, we can change to rounded, same as the icon options on the feature blocks. Graphic border, we can have a border around it, and then if you do choose that, then you can choose the color for it. And you can also change the width of the border here in these bits. Again, you can add a read more link, so that's just going to pop up at the end here. Again, you can choose where that link goes to, and the title attribute, again, we just copy and paste what we've written in there, and we've got the options for opening it in a new window or having it in the same window. And then finally for this, we can just change the option of the link color. So you've got all these options to do for each of the items in the list, so you can get really creative there. So just going back to the overall bit, just going to make sure this classic feature list is highlighted with the blue square. Click on it, and then I'm back to the overall area where I can change these. So I'm just going to remove the last 2 that we added. So we've just got the 3. Again, scrolling down here, we can have the image or numbers. If we change the image here, actually, then when we scroll in, when we go into the feature item, that's where we can change the image here. So we can add that in, and that's just going to load that in there, still with the border around it. Next down is we can change the graphic size, so we can get that bigger, really highlight that, depending on the depending on the size of text that we have here. Again, we can change the alignment so that we can have the icons on the right. Generally it works best on the left, and you can change if the icon goes in the middle of the text, so it's all aligned in there. Again, with the graphic spacing, a width. Next is this connector style. Actually, just so that we've got 3 options there without having to go in there, I'm just going to change this graphic back into an icon, just so that we can see the 3 there. So scrolling back down to this connector, at the moment it's dashed. We can change it to dotted, and you'll just see that it changes in there. And we can also change the colour. So maybe we just want something pretty garish, a bit of horrible green there. And we can change the width of it. So if we just change that so it's a little bit more apparent. Maybe change that to dashes so that we see more of it. But if we have a thinner dash, then we can actually see a bit of spacing in there. Okay, now we've got loads of animation options that we can do, and these are for the actual graphics. So we just get a little preview there. You can then also animate the line in the middle. So just going to see everything separate in there, and you've got finally the options to change the animation offset, so how long it takes before the animation starts. So we change that. You're just going to see it just started a little bit later. Again, we can change the initial delay and the delay between each animation. So if we set that to 1 second, we can see that there's a lot of space between each one animating. So we'll just leave that as 200 as that flows better, I find. And then finally, again, you've got the ID, class, and inline styles that you can add in to just add a bit more pizzazz if you really want to.